to anyone looking at Blackpurl, it is limitless in its possibilities. Be ready to adapt. Be ready to be more efficient. If you want to be more efficient and to get more out of what you have already in operation, then absolutely Blackpurl's a product to look at. I'm a motorcycle person, it's my soul. So anything I was to do in life was going to encompass motorcycles. But I tell a lot of people, everyone strives to combine passion with income, whatever it may be. And it's nearly impossible to achieve, but there's a select few that get to do it, and I find myself in rare air where I truly get to combine what I do for fun and my passion with something that generates income. So I've just hit the jackpot, I think. My wife and I own 3 motorcycle dealerships now, based strategically in North Regional Queensland. It's a place that we've grown up, we live, we're happy, we want to support the industry in this part of the world. We've found a real niche in the market, and we believe we serve our customers well, and we want to amplify that and take it out to a wider audience, hence 3 stores and beyond, Harley-Davidson in Townsville approached my father because of his experience in business. They were looking for a dealer. Dad came and saw me and he said, I want to do this, but I want a succession plan from the get-go. And it was interesting. It wasn't your normal father-son business relationship where, hey, come along son for the ride, and if you're a good boy, I'll give you the dealership one day. He said from day one, and I was 19 at the time, you got to put up half because you're my business partner from day one. You're not just my son. And at the time I thought it was a bit harsh, but looking back I wouldn't have had it any other way. I promise you I wouldn't be where I am if not for that lesson, because from day one it all mattered, everything mattered. So it just became a father-son relationship. He was driving the business and I was learning, and I believe in his mind he thought maybe 10 years time I'd be in a position to take over operation, but it just happened way quicker. I probably drove that. And I think at the age of 23 I took over running the store, and then not long after I bought his half out, and then here we are today. So we're currently in the Townsville store, which is original store, so 2011, so we're coming on 12 years that this business has been operational. It started as a Harley-Davidson dealership, and now we're multi-franchise and we've got a lot going on. It's quite a big, diverse operation here. In 2021, so in the height of COVID, my wife and I brought Rocky Harley, which was a risky move at the time, given the economy. It's a multi-franchise store as well, but we have Harley down there, which is big business. And then last year, so just on 12 months ago, my wife and I purchased Harley Magic in Cairns, which is an iconic store owned by Wayne and Rhonda, and 30 years they had that store, one of the oldest dealerships outside of the US. It was just a Harley-Davidson shop when we purchased it. It now has Sea-Doo jet skis and Can-Am all-terrain vehicles. That's a theme across all stores. I'm not very big on one brand. I'm very big on diversification. All 3 stores, whilst we centralise process and we try and keep a uniform approach, they all have their interesting local flavour, and that's what we encourage for the general managers. When I brought the Rockhampton store, they were already using Blackpurl. I was very close to just implementing our other provider because we knew it was safe. I thought, what have we got to lose? Let's try it and see if it's maybe the future for us, and if it's not, we just revert to plan B and roll in our system. And I liked what I saw. Software is not something we do lightly. We want to partner with someone for a long term. I need a software provider that mirrors that, and I honestly think Blackpurl fits that bill perfectly.
So initially, Blackpurl, Brent said we're introducing it. This is what we're going to be running in our stores. We've got it running in Rockhampton. Let's transfer it to the other stores. We did actually sit down and said, well, hang on a sec. Why are we going to go with Blackpurl? What's the differences here? Blackpurl offers us the potential to build our business, whether it's integrating with Shopify, whether it's integrating with other platforms. It's able to be done. So it's with this sort of thought that we're utilising Blackpurl. It's with the future of our business that we're utilising Blackpurl, and it's the only way that we see that we can have a business that's going to be competitive in the years to come.
Unfortunately, if you can retain a staff member for 3 years, you've done well. So then you need someone who can pick up and roll with the system, and if it's intuitive, it's easy. And that's what Blackpurl provided.
Change is always difficult. It's one of the hardest things for humans to go through. Part of the reason for Blackpurl was that the backup was there, always instructional videos. There was minimal disruptions to the business, and that's what anyone wants. If we're going to move a shop or we're going to move a management system, they're the hardest bits to do in a business. And we managed to do the management system in SunCity over the course of pretty much 24 hours. We left the store on the 30th of April. When the transition happened on the 1st of May, we went straight into it. Everyone in the team is moving forward and able to use it.
Transitioning into Blackpurl has been quite simple. I had a little bit to do with the other stores, but Blackpurl's been a breeze to transition over into.
Any change is nerve-wracking, but once you actually get it done and start getting into it, you realise it's not that bad.
Change is good, it makes things go forward. It's definitely going to change my role and it's going to make things so much easier.
The software is user-friendly and it's intuitive, so even if you have never used that piece of software before, I would almost guarantee you could create a sale and finish it through to the end.
I had the mentality of like, who cares, too hard, why do I have to do this, you know, as you do being stuck with something for a while. That wasn't the fact it wasn't going to be better, it was more the fact in my head that I know this other system inside out, back to front, and I can do it all and figure it out. But it was pretty easy to get over and just get in and get it done, really.
Traditional automotive DMS providers are so heavily ingrained in archaic server-based technology, which I understand, but it doesn't fit the modern way of doing business. We need to be mobile and we need to be agile. You know, the fact that now my dealership staff can operate their part of the business from an iPad or a tablet remotely, that's where we needed to be. And you previously couldn't do it with nearly all DMS providers. So Blackpurl comes into the market, they're cloud-based, which means if you've got internet, you've got Blackpurl, and I thought, perfect. I can now send a technician out to a job at a mine site to fix an all-terrain vehicle, and he has his job with him, and he can take notes, and he can look at parts and everything. We can send our sales team to a field day, and they can write contracts there and then, quote customers there and then. You know, we go on and on about these examples, but the fact is, I think dealerships are so ingrained in this is our bricks and mortar, and everything has to fit around that. And I'm thinking, no, the way the industry is going, the bricks and mortar is going to contract. We need to go to the market, and how can you do that if you can't take a computer or a laptop with you? So that was huge for me. That almost trumped any other decision around the software. Was we can go off-site, it is mobile, it is global, box ticked.
With the previous system, we had no integration. There was no communication between the stores. Since hopping over to Blackpurl, you can click of a button, check to see what your other shops have in stock. If they've got a part, it's all there at your fingertips. It's easy peasy.
So with our old system that we used to have before Blackpurl, it just seemed clunky. You were limited to what you had on the computer, on your desktop basically. Couldn't carry it around with you. With Blackpurl, you can put it on the tablet, walk around, take pictures of bikes, load it, have it in your hand and do all those sort of things. The best part is you get rid of paper. There's no lost ROs, there's no lost this, there's no lost, because it's all there on the program, you don't need to get a piece of paper. And being a mechanic, my handwriting is definitely not good. So I think a lot of other people appreciate that, to be able to read what I say.
You basically can see everything. So if you pull up a customer file, you can see not only the inventory that they're purchasing, you can see the parts, you can see the service area, you can see all the invoices they've got open. So for me, that's quite good, especially answering a lot of phone calls. People quite often say, oh, I want to know if this has arrived or if my bike's ready. Even though I am dealing with mainly merchandise sales, I can see everything and everyone can too. So it's definitely works a lot better. Yeah, no limits.
It brought all three of our stores together, which makes it very simple in how we operate as a group, because we're no longer just a little Harley-Davidson dealership with our three stores. So it makes it easy for us three general managers of each store to communicate and also know stock for our parts guys, our service interaction, our merchandise interaction, our online store interaction. I can see the benefits that I'm already getting from Blackpurl compared to our previous DMS system.
being cloud-based. I often do work from home with our family at the moment. Our children are still young, and also we have a number of staff who have young children, and it has meant that we've been able to, for the first time, offer an opportunity for them to still be able to work from home, still do invoicing, still do quotes. Everything that you would do in store we can now do from home. So we can do it in real time. I can do it at the airport. I can do it overseas. So that's something that we've never had before. We've never had the ease of being able to access that information in real time.
It's definitely a game changer. The time saving's endless. It's the future. You know, if you don't move forward, you're going backwards.
Yeah, if another dealership was sitting on the fence, it's yeah, just do it. Just catch up.
It's a great piece of software.
You're really silly not to get in contact with Blackpurl.
Blackpurl has freed up my people. It's given us cumulative measures across 3 stores. We can talk now, and Blackpurl delivered that. No one else did. The fact that it can go off-site is just so powerful. If not for the now, for the future. You know, my wife and I invested way too much to not have a software package for the future that can sort of grow with us. So Blackpurl's solved so many problems for us. It's a very powerful provider, and it's, I think, imperative to our success. Would I recommend it? 100%. In fact, we can't do what we do without it.